This is the Rolls-Royce Dawn, and it's a little bit like the Duke of Monmouth suite at the Hazlitt Hotel, Soho, London, because it's luxury accommodation with a retractable roof. Yeah, believe it or not, that hotel room actually has a retractable roof. Now in this video, I'm going to talk you through the exterior and the interior of the Rolls-Royce Dawn. I'm going to point out some of its luxury features. Heck, I'm going to revel in them. Obviously, I'm going to take it for a drive as well. I might also launch it to see how quick it is from 0 to 60 miles an hour and do a brake test to see how quick it is from 60 to 0 miles an hour. Anyway, I'm Matt Watson and you're watching CarWow.
Buying a new car? Then head to CarWow and my team will help you find your next car at a fair price. CarWow, your one-stop car buying comparison site.
Let's start this video by talking about the design. Now, the Dawn is effectively a convertible version of the Wraith. However, according to Rolls-Royce, 80% of the body panels are new. For instance, the grille on the Wraith, it is flush, but on the Dawn, it is recessed. Now, I might look at this car and go, shouldn't it have a chrome grille? Well, this is actually the Black Badge edition, and Black Badge model gets these black parts and black Spirit of Ecstasy, though you can have a in carbon fibre if you want. Black here on the huge bonnet and black bits down there. Apparently, Black Badge is aimed at younger buyers. Not sure how much younger, but younger by some amount. Here at the side there's more black trim, such as here, so that would normally be chrome on the standard car, and this is black here. And you also get this infinity sign, which in Rolls-Royce hieroglyphics means black. Check out the wheels, 21-inch alloys as standard. These though, they've got carbon rims, 22 layers of carbon fibre no less. As ever with the Rolls-Royce, you've got the centre caps which always have the RR pointing upwards, so while the wheels spin round, they don't. It's all about the attention to detail. Here at the back there's more black badgeness, so here, around the tail lights and around the exhaust surrounds. Speaking of which, there's 3 actual real pipes within, 3 each side, 6 tailpipes. Here on the inside, this Dawn is absolutely gorgeous. So the quality is quite frankly second to none. Everything feels, oh, gorgeous to touch. So much shiny metally stuff. It's all got a nice weight to it. Oh my gosh, steering wheel, the dash, just everything you look at and touch is just expensive feeling, apart from that slider for the vanity mirror and the switches up here and the mood lighting. Best bit though, oh, the deep pile lamb's wool carpets. In fact, I just don't want to put my feet on them and dirty them. The metal trim down here in the door inlay, it's just insane. The toggle switches like that for the lights, I love it all. The dials, analog dials. Though I'm not so sure about this bit, the digital strip beneath them. It's a bit of a weird design. Do you know what's also a shame? That infotainment system. It's like the old BMW iDrive. That's because it is the old BMW iDrive. It's not even a touchscreen. Storage wise. Oh, here's another thing that's betraying this car's age. Look, what's this for? This old mobile phone holder. The glove box, oh, it's lined with felt. It's just so unique, this car. And the seats are so gorgeous, and of course they're fully electric, but they're just so super comfortable. Let's check out the back seats if you want to give someone a lift. Did you hear that? I've got to point this out. This car has the coolest sounding warning bongs and chimes that you don't mind them. It's like someone's playing a harp. I didn't do it then. Come on, do it again. It made me look like an idiot. There you go. You get the idea, don't you? Anyway, oh, let's get into the back. So, oh, even this. Just solid metal, that's just nuts. And I don't want to tread on this, it's just too expensive looking. Obviously it's dead easy to get into the back when you've got the roof down. Let's move this out of the way so you can see what's going on. Another chime for you. All right, there we go. So, knee room's actually all right. And these rear seats are blooming comfy. Obviously now there's loads of headroom, but even with the roof up, there is plenty of headroom. Look, we've got some storage back here. Under here we have a couple of cup holders. There's an ashtray with a cigarette lighter. That does say something about the clientele who buy these cars. Probably want to smoke a cigar. Bit of storage down there. Heated seat control. Oh yeah, that's warm in my bottom, which is handy because it's cold now. While the Dawn is good for carrying passengers, it's not so good for carrying their luggage because the boot is rather small. The capacity is actually just 295 litres, which is the same as a Ford Fiesta. So I guess if you own one of these, you've probably got a whole fleet of other cars and you just get your staff to come along with you in a support car to carry your luggage. In fact, if you click on the pop-out banner up there, for the link in the description, you can see what I would think would be an ideal support car for someone who's driving a Dawn. Anyway, that brings me on to 5 annoying things about this Rolls-Royce. Rolls-Royces famously have a lovely umbrella there in the doors. It's handy on a day like today where it could rain. However, what's not so handy is that if you don't put this back correctly, more like to be someone who's a passenger and not used to the car, and they shut the door on that umbrella, you can cause loads of damage. Now I know, because I know someone with a Wraith, which is obviously the coupe version of this car, who's had that done to their car, and the fix was tens of thousands of pounds. When you're driving with the roof down, you get lots of sunlight flickering away in the shiny bits of trim, such as this chrome strip here and the big, expansive dash. What bothers me more though is the fact that the huge speaker in the centre of the dash and the heads-up display reflect in the windscreen, and it sort of distracts your view. The definition of the reversing camera is so low. It's like some cheap budget mobile phone, yet this is a super expensive car. What is going on? Also, it doesn't have one of those wash functions, so you get road grime over it and you have to get out and clean it yourself. You end up with a dirty finger. Oh, and look at this. What am I going to whinge? For the surround view camera, you'll notice that the colour of the car that you see here doesn't quite match the paint of the colour of the car you paid for. This optional aero cowling looks really cool because it turns the car into a two-seater. But what happens if you head to the Polo and you suddenly spot your old uni chums, Theodore, Tarquin and Barnaby? What ho, chaps! And they're a bit squiffy and they need a lift home. You're going to have to remove this, but you can't do it yourself. You're going to need to enlist the help of 2 plebs because it takes 2 people. So come on plebs, remove it. Finally that's done. I can give everyone a lift home, though I now have to leave this behind. Maybe one of you plebs can just bring this to my estate later. The Dawn has some luxurious doors. For instance, if you're too posh to push, don't worry, you just open the door slightly, then some motors take over and open it for you. Oh, very easy. And if you're also too rich to reach, no bother either. There's a button here, you just press it and the motors just shut the door for you. Now you might be thinking, what happens if you open the car in a tight parking space? Surely you're just going to smash into some other car. Well, don't worry, the doors have some proximity sensors in them and then it stops the motors opening it into another car. However, I've just noticed that if you park it on a slight slope, because the door's so heavy, those motors can't quite stop it opening into something. Look, I'll illustrate now, get someone to just walk in there and pretend to be a car. Just open it, there we go. Don't hit them. Oh no. Another thing that's a bit annoying is this, look. While you can press a button to shut it when you're on the inside, it'd be good if you could press the button and it will shut automatically on the outside, but no, you actually have to do this. Oh gosh. First world problems or what?
It's not all negative though. Here's 5 good things about this car.
See this stripe down the side of the car? It's an optional extra. It's actually called a coach line and it's painted by one man and he does it by hand. There's only one person at Rolls that can do this. It's so precise and exact. And in the rare event that he cocks it up, they end up having to respray the entire car and start again. They are that exacting over at Rolls-Royce. The car's gearbox works in conjunction with the satellite navigation and you can tell when you're approaching a junction or a bend and it'll change gears accordingly. The personalisation options available on this car are endless. You can have it painted in any colour you can conceive of. You can have embroidery saying whatever you want, even your name. You could even have your name on this plaque here if you want to. In fact, you can actually have wood veneers fitted to the car's interior from trees from your own private estate. You can get this car with a very clever but also very expensive stereo system. So it has 16 speakers and 1300 watts of power, but the best bit about it is that it can sense noises from traffic, and when you're driving, say, a loud truck on your right hand side, it'll actually increase the volume from the speakers on the right side so you don't notice any change in volume or that blooming noisy truck next to you. If you want to, you can make the Spirit of Ecstasy hide away, or you can make her come back again. Come on, back. Now go away, go away, go away again. I've changed my mind. Oh, actually, I want you back. And if you're worried about people trying to steal her, don't, because you'll disappear if someone tries to grab her. Look. Woo! The Rolls-Royce Dawn is powered by a 6.6 litre twin-turbo V12, which drives the rear wheels only by an 8-speed automatic gearbox. In the standard car, the engine puts out 570 horsepower and 820 newton meters of torque, but in the black badge model, that is increased to 600 horsepower and 840 newton meters of torque. The engine is super smooth as well. Start it up. I love the sound of the starter motor. Now rev it. It hardly flexes at all. Oh, it's lovely. Finally, it's time to go for a nice drive in this Rolls-Royce Dawn. And it's just, oh, it's so nice. Oh, the way this thing glides over bumps. You get this super special feeling of just being on like a cloud of air. It's so glorious. Oh, I mean, it's such a cliche to say it's like you're flying, but it sort of is. Obviously air suspension, and you do feel like you're just floating on air. The slightest bumps are just ironed out, and bigger ones, just a mild vibration through your buttocks. Your very rich, well-heeled buttocks. Thing is though, driving in town can be a bit tricky because it's a big car, so I'm going to try and do a U-turn. This thing is about 5.3 meters long, but can I get round here in a wanna? Can I do it without curbing the alloy wheels? Because the wheels are so expensive, they've actually got a carbon weave in them. If I curb it, it's going to be probably more than a month's salary for me. Oh, look, I did it in one. Oh, there's no need to stress in the Rolls-Royce Dawn. The way you steer it as well, just gently with your fingertips. It's not really a steering wheel, it's more of a tiller. It's so glorious. One thing I noticed with this car though, because it's the convertible being the Dawn, you do get a little bit of shimmy to the steering wheel over bumps, because obviously it's not got a roof like the Wraith has, and so the body's not so stiff, so it does flex ever so slightly. But you don't mind, because everything's all soft and squidgy and super comfortable. I don't really want to go quick in this car. You just want to cruise about, just enjoying the unrivaled comfort, and it is unrivaled. But do you know what? This is the black badge version of the Dawn, which means it's supposedly sportier than the standard car. For instance, it's got low on the gear selector there, which means the car will hold a gear. That's the only like sporty mode that you have on the black badge that separates it. So now it's going to hold a gear and be a bit more fruity. It also has a sports exhaust, this apparently, for more of a waffle. But I still don't want to drive it quickly. Let's see how it does though. I mean, this is a heavy car, 2.6 tons. What's it going to be like in the bends? I'll tell you one thing I'm noticing, roof down, no buffeting at all. Now you might notice a bit of wind whistle. That's not the car, it's because we've got a GoPro just on the roof and that's catching the wind. Otherwise, there is no wind noise at all when you got the roof down. It is so supremely quiet. Okay, let's go a bit quicker. Rear wheel drive, that means it's very sporty, okay? I don't want to push it though, because it's a bit damp and I don't want to start understeering this £400,000 or whatever this car is with options into the bank, because that would be very, very bad. Ooh, the engine can hustle this thing along though, but then you can floor it and it takes off. Oh, I want to be gentle with it. It pitches its nose up like a big powerboat and then just drives you forward. I mean, it doesn't have like the sporty feeling as something like a Bentley Continental GT convertible. And if you want to see my full in-depth video review of that car, click on the pop-out banner up there. But this is different. This is just even more luxurious, even more comfortable. Dare I say, even more special. This is the twisty road section and I haven't pushed the car at all. This is not a car that makes you really want to thrash it. In fact, it doesn't even have a rev count. It has this power reserve, so it shows how much power you've got in reserve rather than how many engine revs you're doing. Oh, it's also very civilized. Wait a minute, I've realised I've just been driving along with my Spirit of Ecstasy hidden away. Raise up! Raise me up! That's better. I've been having a tough day today actually. Lots of things going on, but this car has just relaxed me. Do you know what? I think it's time to put the roof up and try this car out on the motorway. I want to see what it's like with the roof up. Now I can do it when I'm driving along at speeds of up to 30 miles an hour, so I don't have to pull over. Yes, come on. It's not the quickest mechanism, but that's because it's such an expansive, huge soft top. There we go. All good. Now let's head to the motorway. I'm just going to put my foot down. Ooh, you get quite a good noise from the engine on the inside when you accelerate hard. I think I'm going to come out of low gear though. I just want to be a bit more chilled. Don't need to hold the gear. It's very quiet in here for a soft top. You wouldn't know it was a soft top. It really is just chill, quiet, well insulated. Got all the double glazing, so much soundproofing. Oh yes, my stress levels have evaporated. It actually has a fair turn of speed, this car, but you don't really notice it because it's all just so calm and serene. I could definitely get used to this. It's like doing mindfulness driving this thing, just obviously a lot more expensive. Finally then, let's launch the car. So this Dawn is supposed to do 0 to 60 in 4.9 seconds, but I'm going to see for myself with my specialist timing gear. So I'm going to launch it now. Come on, hold on the brake. What's it going to do? Pretty much bang on the money. 4.86 seconds. It's quick and effortlessly quick. The best kind. However, it's all well and good the Dawn being quick, but it's a big heavy car. It needs to be able to stop quickly as well. So I'm going to do a brake test now and see how long it takes to stop from 60 miles an hour. I hope it can do it in less than 35 meters. If it can, I'll be impressed. If it's much over that, it's not going to be good. Let's find out what it's going to do. Here we go. What did it do it in? Come on, be less than 35 meters. 32 meters. That's incredible stopping power. Wow, this car's got it all going on. So then, what's my final verdict on the Rolls-Royce Dawn? Should you avoid it? Should you consider it? Should you shortlist it? Or should you just go right ahead and buy it? Well, I reckon if you're looking for the ultimate luxury 4-seater convertible, go right ahead and buy the Dawn. It's glorious. I hope you all enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a like. Let me know some of the videos you'd like to see in the comments below. Click on those windows there for more videos, on that box there to go to CarWow to see how much money you can get for your car that you're trying to sell.